you don't know, because you can't reap what you don't sow. Well, heap of them stole me, cause when we wasn't nobody showed us. I don't think they am. Can we do it for them again? It's a cock and moose story, yo. They don't know me, yo. Don't preach what you don't know, cause you can't reap what you don't sow. Well, heap of them stole me, yo, cause when we wasn't nobody show yo. Today not different story. At times it gets, now they cannot deny. So until we told them back in 2015, would it sound like a dream? Oh, would it sound like a dream? Now they cannot deny. So until you told them back in 2015, you see, now you live in the dream. Just believe. You owe it to yourself. I told you. Obi and believe you, just say wow. The dreams, they sound like noise to them. My head up high, keep going. I know what I'm telling you. Believe. Don't make it be a cock and bull story. Forget them, bro. They're a casa. You better me a groovy on Kakra. Side. It's a cock and bull story, yo. They don't know me, yo. Don't preach what you don't know, because you can't reap what you don't sow. Well, but them stole me, yo, cause when we wasn't nobody showed us. Today not different story, yo. At times it gets low, now they cannot deny. So until we told them back in 2015, in 2016, 2015, now they cannot deny. Till we told them back in 2015, would it sound like a dream? Oh, it sound like a dream. Now they cannot deny. So until we told them back in 2015, in 2016, 2015. Now they cannot deny. So until we told them back in, I give it 8 bars, I want to talk to them. Right. Modern day Moses, boy in your leader. Manipulate your fam, boy in your cedar. Come around who send good bits swar. I don't believe in me that. You know, when me study checks and the banner for weeder. Yes, I know the match with my demeanor. You don't believe that these stories are told deeper. But he resigned from his job and I get to me even nika. I still the shout on the shows with the same old sneaker. Yeah, the stories I tell. I see I'm well. I'm still learning. Take a easy on me, feel like Adele. I still dig for my shell. They still want to know my girl. My spec is brown or dark, bougie and smart, Charles Chanel. Right. Fucking bull story. Yes, I'm a fast and they will ask. Channel 1. Active. But say I like no more now. KFC, I call it one KFC. Someone crank a cry. Make we move small. Namo fawe unamane namo fawe unamane aye kai wensio kama namo fawe unamane namo fawe unamane namo fawe unamane aye kai wensio kama namo fawe unamane namo fawe unamane namo fawe unamane aye kai wensio kama namo fawe unamane namo fawe Am I ready? You know, be trouble they find personal. Person they find trouble. You know, streets hot, so I know say I got hustle. But I say I'm searching for understanding. Girlfriend. Am I even serious? Remember money, who know part 1 and 2. Yeah, them Saturday morning. I'm in Pena is calling. What's the home is Nancy the last and then running your money. I hope I'm not more back. I say, Mammy, Tino KFC for me. I'm a family. It's in a ramen, me sick. I can't went to a pizza man, a chicken. My sword, I'm a stubborn man. Tino KFC for me. I'm a family, and in a ramen, me sick. I can't went to a pizza man, a chicken man. But here's what we sick upon. Yeah, Antini yeka himwentio kabena mufawe una kabena mufawe una mane kabena mufawe una mane ayeka himwentio kabena mufawe una mane kabena mufawe Mr. Van Amusu with yours Antini yeka himwentio kabena mufawe una mane kabena mufawe una mane kabena mufawe una mane yeka himwentio kabena mufawe una mane kabena mufawe Swami, Antini yeka himwentio kabena mufawe Antini yeka himwentio kabena mufawe Abo kabena mufawe Hey, kabena mufawe kabena mufawe Ow, amufa
Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV with me, Inu Safo. As usual, I don't do this show alone. I always do it with
the one and only.
You're fluffing your sleeves. How are you doing?
The worst kid.
Hey, boy.
You know, worst kid, yeah, I said me up
When? It's a waste man.
Derby.
Now, where's the
Superman. Worst kid.
How's your week been?
Yeah, it's only started, right? Oh, week. Sorry, I thought I said weekend.
No, I said
week.
The weekend started yesterday. So
fair.
How has your week been in general?
The week has been very, very, for most part I was tired. That one I know.
I remember.
For most part I was tired. But it was an interesting one.
If you were a woman, they would say, Ade Onyamana.
Or Ade, you don't know when men impregnate somebody they
get tired. Well, it's true.
Psychological.
So it's possible.
But it's none of that.
Disclaimer. Like, let me issue a disclaimer before people start thinking, okay. So
I was really tired this week. I think it's just down to a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And also just, halfway through the year, maybe the whole
yes, getting to you.
Yes,
getting to you. So maybe it's time to go and
pretty
take
much,
a break.
yeah. But
for a bit.
it was an interesting one.
Okay.
A lot happened in the news. The whole cleanup exercise, which will be big on the show today, took place yesterday. Prior to that, the Black Stars, the fallouts from the really disappointing World Cup was also discussed a lot in the course of the week. And issues around President Mohammed's third term was also featured a lot. And it's at the Supreme Court, and of course, many other cases. And I think one of the biggest stories from the week actually had to do with Frederick Kumi. You know Frederick Kumi?
Abu Trika.
Exactly.
Abu Trika
there have been so
one.
many videos, because he was on a commercial flight when he was extradited.
Yeah.
So there are so many videos of him from other passengers, during the process. At one time he was watching cartoons on the screen.
I know.
That
probably his last time.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
For him, I know he might actually win the case. Nobody knows.
I saw something about one of the, is it a pastor? One of these spiritual people saying that his wife should call him because when Nyansen training afa abucheka
Akwantre
the friend na direct to know as to what to do so that her husband will come back home to him.
Bro, me myself as a false prophet, like that would have been my
That'll be your next target because they are definitely where you are.
So I think that
like that
he's divided a lot of public opinion, right? Because in one breath, I think people say that the law should work.
Right.
If he's taking monies from persons unduly, the law should take its course. In another breath, you get people also argue that the manner in which he was extradited sorts of, poo-poos on our justice delivery system, because the matter was in court. Ruling was supposed to have been scheduled for a particular day. They wake up one time,
he's being extradited.
An order has been given. His counsel doesn't know his whereabouts for about 3, 4, 5 days until his extradition. So the question is, can Ghanaian police officials go to the US
and just go and pick
somebody of interest?
And bring him
it
back.
can't work that way. It doesn't work that way, right? True. But of course, the power dynamics are always like that, and we see it happen in different areas. Even in football, a president can pick your phone and call, "Hey, FIFA, red card,
no, turn it around."
So it's power dynamics is.
Right.
There's a lot, right, about, So at the end of the day, we'll be following that case keenly.
Oh, definitely. I'll definitely be updating our viewers and our listeners.
The latest updates.
The latest.
The very latest.
The very latest. All right. It's now time for some weather updates so that at least you're better prepared when you leave the house or you go about your daily activities. Alrighty, so this is an 18-hour forecast for Ghana, valid from 6 a.m. today. And so it's going to be a bit misty, and fog patches are expected to form within the forested, coastal and mountainous areas early this morning. And I think we can all see that a bit, leading to reduced visibility. But later in the day, variably cloudy conditions will dominate southern Ghana, while the northern parts of Ghana experiences sunny weather with occasional cloud cover. Nevertheless, from late afternoon into the evening, thunderstorms or rain are likely to affect a few places within the forest, transition and northern sectors. And the state of the sea is a bit rough, so be aware, be prepared, be ready. That's our weather forecast for today.
The sea is rough.
Rough. Yeah, proudly brought to us by the Ghana Meteorological Agency. And we're truly grateful for that insight into how today's weather is going to be. So it's going to be a bit cloudy down south. So be prepared, be prepared, be prepared, be prepared.
And on that note, we just quickly remind our lovely viewers all of the exciting things happening. We have for you coming up pretty shortly the Literacy Challenge.
The Literacy Challenge.
Yeah, the MC is here, so I'll probably leave it to tell us about it.
All right, so As you know how we do it. So this challenge is for pre-secondary students. This year's topic, in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Ministry of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence in education, advice on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning while ensuring that students in rural and undeserved communities and underserved communities, I don't know why I say undeserved, underserved communities are not left behind.
It can't be undeserved.
It can be undeserved. Underserved communities are not left behind. And if you're 11 to 15 years, then you're eligible to write. Remember that the essay must be in your own handwriting, and it must be endorsed by a parent, a guardian, or a teacher, and do include your full contact details so that if you are selected, you can be easily contacted. You can post it to the Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123, Accra Central, or you can hand deliver it to the Channel One TV premises here at Tesano in Accra. If you're a bit confused, you can call us 0205-973-973, and the deadline for submissions is July 20, a few days away. Yeah.
It sounded like listening to the LPM over and over again. Were you the one who read it?
No, I'm not the one.
Wow. Anyway, so what happened at this event on our screen?
Right. So a few of the schools, or most of the schools that normally participate, yes, came together as well as our examiners and our sponsors, the British Council. Well, they're not sponsors, but other people who also joined us, the British Council, the Ghana Library Authority, and as well as well-meaning Ghanaians who have seen what we do with the Literacy Challenge and are impressed with it. So they came around and we launched the Literacy Challenge 2026 and the topic. We heard from our examiners what they expect and creative writing skills for students and all of that. And so that is what was happening at the Alisa Hotel 2 weeks ago. We had a chance to speak to some of the students who said the topic sounds broad, but they're excited about it. They're excited to participate. So yeah, that's what.
So it was pretty much the launch.
Yes,
of
the launch of the
2026
Literacy Challenge. Yeah.
I think the topic they're writing on is one that is very important.
Of course, AI is trending.
Carefully chosen, and it's important we begin such conversations, even beyond the submissions, right? We need to try to get some ideas and also some practical steps into dealing with this AI, menace. Menace in the sense that it's a two-edged sword, right? So it can be used for positive stuff, but that same thing can be used for very destructive stuff, right? And when I say destructive stuff, you know what I'm talking about, defaming people, impersonating people, all manner of things, public deceit and all of that. So we need to be very, very careful how we approach this. I think that it's become like a communication and innovation and digitalization ministry kind of drive or agenda, which is fair enough because it's technology based. But if you look at the kind of impacts, AI can have on industries and sectors, it cuts across. So beyond just the communications ministry, the education ministry has, they play a fabulous role.
The small coffee that you have drunk and they are spilling brothel like that.
Making the spirit.
I beg you, continue. I don't want to dampen it. Okay, let's go ahead. Fanta fabulous.
So the point is, it cuts across sectors.
Sure.
So we shouldn't just, recently Sam George launched a policy document for AI.
Yeah.
And he was talking to Aku.
Aku can speak various languages. That was impressive. Yeah.
Shout outs to Aku.
But aside that, I haven't seen Aku again. No?
Oh, it's around.
It's around there.
If you look for it, you'll find it.
I'll find it.
Exactly. So the education ministry should get involved. The science, we used to have this ministry, environment,
science and technology.
It needs to get involved as well. Even the finance ministry, because AI
it's
is
expensive,
moving. Exactly. So I think that we need to commend those who came up with this idea to get our youth very focused on this. Beyond the writing, you get a sense that it is something that young people, their age, preschool, secondary school, students should have fair idea about and also be very interested in, because it's their generation, it's their time when this became very expansive. But of course, it's for everybody. So we'll be following.
Yes, we will. And this year, you stand a chance of winning 10,000 Ghana cedis plus a laptop and the bragging rights, of course.
I feel like the children, it's not even the money that they like.
No, it's the bragging rights.
To be able to say, well, I'm the smartest kid.
I got this. I wrote into Channel One TV's Literacy Challenge, and after going through the whole process, first 100, 10, but this year they're going to be in groups. 16 regions, 3 from each region, and then they're going to compete amongst themselves. So the highest
I'll
region,
tell you something.
3 will be.
I know 2 people, possibly 3, but the third one, I'm not in contact with her anymore. So one was Doris Mensah.
Right.
I worked with her at Radio Universe.
Okay.
She was, I think, 2nd or 3rd in the literacy challenge many, many years ago. And she told me about it some 2-3 years ago. She's in the UK right now as a policy analyst. Then there's also another lady, Irabna. She runs an HR firm. She won it many years ago as well. She's in like her mid-30s now, so you can imagine. I was like some 15, 16 years ago. And she came on an interview on the City Breakfast Show.
Okay.
And, it was funny because when she was speaking, it was clear and obvious that like she really, some people come for interviews and you can really tell that they know what they are talking about. Like they have control over the language, they have control over their demeanor, like they are in charge. So Bernard was like, you speak really well. And she said, I won the literacy challenge
years ago.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's all down to the literacy challenge, but if you go through a competition like this, even if you don't win,
you're giving a certain set of tools.
Exactly,
would help.
It's like exposure, it's confidence building, it's a lot of things for the kids,
creative
right?
writing, creative thinking, science, it's a bit of everything.
It's unfortunate some of us couldn't take advantage of it.
You didn't do any, aside literacy channel, the one, the other, no?
So at time, now you're brought for them, Kaisa. It was very limited.
Right.
We have to be careful because if we pour all of it at competitions like this, it won't get out to write the exams.
When I was younger, I was always on stage doing something for my school.
You there, doing
something. I was always on the stage doing something.
Where from Kumasi do you come from again?
I come from Asokore-Egua.
Asokore-Egua, we know you there, you do it. I'm encouraging my nieces and nephews to be a part of this.
Definitely, you should encourage
In fact,
them.
I when the posters came out, I shared it on my church Sunday school group. And encouraged,
Sunday school teacher.
Yes. Encourage them to take advantage of it, to write, And I was really interested in the enthusiasm. So I expect a lot more competition this year.
Yeah.
And with the young children, like the way they speak nowadays, like I got
and the kind of questions they'll ask you, it'll leave you stunned. Like, wait a minute, how old are you again?
So I'm expecting a really, really exciting. It's always been exciting, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to even.
I think our examiners have their work cut out for them this year.
Yeah.
The kids are just smart.
Yeah.
They're engaging. They're involved.
Yeah. It's also because it's the technological age, right?
True.
Because sometimes I'm on my iPad and like she's barely 4, and the kinds of things she does with my iPad, like she knows the App Store, she knows what to search to download the game she wants, and it's like a 3-year-old, and I'm not even kidding you. So I can imagine, also because she has big brothers, so she sees them do it, and it comes very easy. So by age 10, she should be very far advanced in the use of it. Get it? So, and these kids too started same many years ago. I mean, these pre-secondary school kids. So it's great. Shout outs to the team behind this.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have amazing sponsors as well. Trying to remember the sponsors. Let me see. We have Perspectives Ghana Limited. We have. Hold on. Literacy Challenge. Okay, it's not here. Oh, we have Perspectives Ghana. We have.
We'll get the sponsors.
We'll get the sponsors and mention them.
Yeah. it's important we highlight the sponsors, right? And we'll be doing that pretty shortly because it's not easy getting people believing in a vision like this,
Yeah.
right? When it's
And consistently.
exactly when it's that
sponsoring it.
other one, they have a lot of funds for it. But when it's things that build young people in this manner, it's always difficult.
So yes, our sponsors, Perspectives Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocate Publishing. Thank you for believing in this dream and continually supporting us. We are truly, truly grateful.
Alrighty.
All right. Also, we have The Blanksons. You know, it's a drama series that we show every Thursday at 7:30 right here on Channel One TV. You know, family and all its shenanigans and all its drama. You don't want to miss it. There's a lot to see, and if you're stressed, maybe this can be a stress reliever because you'll laugh a bit about all the happenings happening within the Blanksons family, from the father to the mother to the kids, and their funny security man, and all the other acts that come in. It is a wholly produced Channel One TV drama series, where meaning that we cast the people, the sound, the sets,
Everything.
everything, editing, direction, Bibia, Channel One TV. Will see so every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. And it is proudly sponsored by.
We have NASCO Television in there. There's also Kill It Insecticide.
Kill it. No,
Out Insecticide. There's Everpack Lily, Lizzie Shito, and of course, like I mentioned earlier, NASCO Electronics. So let me just take over again. NASCO Electronics, Lizzie Shito, Out Insecticide, Everpack, and Lily. So I want to say again a big thank you for, you see, they're not only supporting the Blanksons, they're supporting the local TV industry,
True.
right? And TV drama and film industry.
True.
Because there are many people from this cast who I'm so sure, you know, based on the quality of what we've seen from there, go out and, you know, make.
Oh yeah, this one. He has a series with MTN Momo now.
That's the point.
The son.
That's
I've
the
forgotten his
point.
name.
And
But
see,
yeah.
he was in the previous one we did.
Yes,
The hairdressers, you
hairdressers.
know, directed by our own Victoria
Mm-hmm.
Dogbe. So that's the whole point about some of these things, right? So
True.
they grow their career and they become superstars.
Super.
And they get money and they pay taxes and the state makes money and like that is the
And they
point.
give it to the Black Stars.
Charlie, don't do that. don't do that, Charlie. Don't do that.
But we're encouraging you to watch The Blanksons on Channel One TV, 7:30 p.m. every Thursday. If you missed that, don't worry. There are repeats throughout the week. Fridays 11:30 a.m., Saturdays 7 p.m., Sundays 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays 3 p.m., and Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Right.
Alrighty. So, you know, that'd be the whole story.
That'd be the whole story. I can tell me about the World Cup.
Absolutely, because a lot is happening, and from 64, we are down to just about 6.
That's interesting.
Oh, let me
It's
say-
a CA you.
Oh, let me say 7, right?
Right.
Oh, absolutely. And tomorrow's week would have,
Finals.
everybody would have known their smoothness level.
Right.
You know, but I think that everything aside, it's been one of the most exciting World Cup. It's had everything so far. So like action, you know, quality football, drama, you know, emotions, off-field activities. You know, like I made reference to one of it, which would go down as the biggest form of governance or government interference, right? You know, Donald Trump calling Gianni Infantino to say, hey, you know what? And for many people, it's the lack of appreciation of the football rules.
He doesn't
You know,
understand it.
he's like, why are you giving the guy a red card for a game he has not even played? Like, it doesn't work that way. You know,
he
you
doesn't
get the red card
understand
in
the
the
thing.
game to prevent you from playing the next game.
game.
So a lot of people have been raising questions. And if you look at the statutes of FIFA, you know, Article 14 talks about the sanctions that will apply if you have governance or government interference in football. A lot of people have said that, see, what Donald Trump did, you know,
It amounts to.
that. And but of course, USA didn't even go past that game, right? They lost 4-1 to Belgium, who, by the way, are also out after losing 2-1 to Spain. It was an interesting game, very exciting, action-packed, end-to-end. Spain took the lead through Fabian Ruiz. He plays his football with PSG. Recently won the Champions League, and the Belgium team came back late in the first half to equalize 1-1. Then the clutch. The most clutch of all players. When you say a player is clutch, do you know what it means?
What does it mean?
It means that no aura. On yet too much. What the neighbor can say anymore. Obey yet.
1, 2, 1, 2, pa.
1,
2, 1, 2.
Oh, no. See, omo ba game anymore. Omo aura nintibu. Omo tu omo boss. Omo nye gidi. Obi wan na show. Yes. O peja wetin na show. Then they'll celebrate calm. They call them nonchalant. Just a normal man.
Yeah, it's a normal.
So Mr. Aura Clutch, Mikel Merino, he plays his football for Arsenal, by the way.
Okay.
And the funny thing is that he's a midfielder, but if you look at his attacking returns or the kinds of goals he scored, and in the moments he scored, it speaks to the profile of the player. And what I also would describe as a very high intelligent IQ player. So he usually won't start games. Very rare occasions when you see Mikel Arteta or even De La Fuente put him in the starting lineup. He's always on the bench. He comes in the whole time he's reading the games, and he did it against Portugal, right? Came on very late in the game, 10 minutes to go. 6 minutes later, he scored the winner against the run of play. Sort of was at the receiving end of an attack that was started and finished it off against Portugal, sends the team to the quarterfinal, and it was a remarkable. See, that 10 minutes once on the pitch, it was absolutely breathtaking. Then we saw him do same against Belgium again. He came on and scored the winner in the 88th minute of the game. Belgium's main goalkeeper number 1, Thibaut Courtois, got injured.
Goalkeeper number 1.
And they brought in Lamens, who plays for Manchester United. There was a shot. He spilled it. Many people felt he could have done better by grabbing the ball. He spilled it. And, of course, the poacher, Mikel Merino, was there to just nick it in. And with that, it was enough to send Spain to the next round of the competition. So what that means is that Spain will face off with France.
Right.
Prior to this game, we had seen France also take on Morocco. That game was really, really exciting as well, except that there was too much firepower in that French team for the Moroccans. In the previous edition, they were the semi-finals of the World Cup. This time round, they only made the quarterfinal. But I'm sure they'll look back and still be very proud of their achievement as an African team. And there was just too much quality in the French team, right? So there was a penalty. There was a long pause in trying to verify whether indeed there was a penalty. And by the time Kylian Mbappe would take it for France, he, in a post-match interview, said that he sort of lost focus because he wasn't really sure what the referee was trying to do in that instance. So,
the African referees are showing people that
let the man express himself.
Please, he didn't lose focus.
No, but those are his words.
He didn't lose focus. The penalty. The penalty.
So the Moroccan goalkeeper, Bounou, that's his name. I think he's one of the best in the world.
Is he?
Yeah. If you make a list top 3, he'll probably be in there. You can place him at either number 2 or number 3. Some people probably say he's the best, right? So he has been fantastic, but he just didn't have enough to keep up the firepower from the French team. So Mbappe missed the penalty, but hey, you never rule out Kylian Mbappe at the World Cup, right? 19 games, 20 goals, incredible overall at the World Cup. And in this competition alone, he scored 8 goals, right? It speaks to his quality and his class.
Right.
He didn't really have a good season with Real Madrid. They went trophyless with Real Madrid last season, but he came to the World Cup and he's proving to everybody again that he owns this competition. So we'll be seeing how this goes. Now, what it means is that Spain will take on France in a World Cup semi-final classic, because these are arguably the 2 best teams of the competition. The goal Spain considered against Belgium was the first goal they've considered the whole World Cup. Yeah, in the group stage, people were taking 6. 4, 3.
They took none.
They got to the quarterfinal to concede their first goal, and even that one was a little mishap in defense, but of course, a goal is a goal. So this Spanish team is very good. People say they're not even on the level of their 2010 winning team or the 2012 Euro winning team, but the quality is still there. If Lamine Yamal plays very well on the day, the whole team is fantastic, right? So again, the France team, no, you don't need to be told about them, right? Their front four is arguably the best we've seen in world football in a long time, and I'm referring to Mikel Olise, Ousmane Dembele, who is Ballon d'Or winner, Kylian Mbappe, and Desiree Doué. You know, either of Doué or Bakola, whoever they put in there, it is still a very, very formidable front four. So, and can't think about it, N'Golo Kante has still not played a single minute for this French side, but they are still doing like fantastically well. You know, so you can only imagine when...
I didn't even know he was at the World Cup because I haven't heard him.
Yes. You know,
that means the French side have like a plethora of players
they could have called
sustain the
3 teams and still done very well at the World Cup. So
good for them.
Yeah, they have lots of quality, and of course, people say these are nationals who are representing their other country, right? But the point is that hey,
whether they are other country or not,
so you can't
they're still representing France.
So, today there's another big game.
Yes, there is.
The English team, which I have tipped to do very well and possibly win, is taking on Norway. And Norway have done fantastically well for themselves. I think they're one of the unspoken, the dark horse in this competition.
This is their debut after a long time, right?
In a very long time, you're right. Yeah. And the manner in which they eased past Brazil, with cheeky ease.
People said they couldn't believe it. Like, when we say football, Brazil's name automatically comes into mind, and then Norway just oust them.
Yeah,
that was an amazing game.
Unbelievable.
If I say so myself, but yeah.
It was because Brazil had lots of superstar names, but Norway had a better team.
A better team.
And a lot of the time, it's the team that will carry you. Individual players like Vinicius, Rafinha, Neymar can do so much.
Yeah, but if
the collective, which is the team, is functioning effectively, you are much stronger.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw. So for most part of the game, Erling Haaland was just strolling like some, like some passerby. It takes 2-3 touches in the 80th minute, strikes the ball very hard and he scores. But before that happened, it meant that those at the back, those in the defense, Kaya and all of those guys were doing a fantastic job holding the line. Then the midfield led by Martin Odegaard, relentless, in their push and in their drive forward. So it takes a team to go this final competition, and we've seen Norway defy the odds. I didn't tip them to be in the quarterfinals, and if there's any team to give England a headache, of course Mexico did. But I think this Norway side would also put England on their toes. Again, England will go into this competition as favorites because player for player, they probably have a better team. And I say this without any fear of contradiction, that England is the only team that has a center forward better than Erling Haaland, right? England is the only team that
has a center forward
better than Erling Haaland. Some will argue to say maybe France too, right? I think Haaland is a better player than Mbappe, on pure center forward basis, like your number 9. And Mbappe really is not your typical number 9, even though he's just good and can play in different positions. But if you look at Erling Haaland and Harry Kane, their profile as footballers, as pure number 9, I think that Haaland has a very high ceiling. He's already showed that his numbers for his age and what he's achieved is unbelievable. Like, he has more goals for his national team than games he's played. That's incredible at every level. Whereas I was going to compare with some of our number 9, but you are let it slide.
It's okay.
So Erling Haaland has a high ceiling. Fantastic. I think he will end his career as an all-time great of the game if he continues this trajectory. But if you look at the kind of football Harry Kane has also played for this English team over the years, and even at this World Cup, literally carrying the team through very difficult games. Against Panama, they were struggling the whole time. Harry Kane pops up. Against Croatia, started the whole party for them. Against Ghana, well, we all know what happened. Then
you know what lives rent-free in my mind? When Harry Kane hit that ball past our goalpost and he knelt down and...
Like, what's happening? Because that's the point. Because 9.5 times out of 10, he scores that. You know, so against Congo, I think that was the game where he showed his class and his worth for the team.
Right.
It was they were down by a goal to 0 for most parts of the game. Then Super Harry Kane shows up, scores an equalizer, scores the winner, and with that sends England to the round of 16, where they face Mexico. Against Mexico, he's described the game as one of the biggest games of his career because they are playing at the Azteca. Mexico hasn't lost in that stadium since 2013. It's described as football's shrine, world football's shrine, you know, against a very resilient, strong, and motivated Mexico team.
Right.
You know, after the game, he lost his voice in a BBC interview. He barely could be audible. So, yeah, credits to Harry Kane and England. I think that he's, and the form, right? He scored 72 goals this calendar year alone. 72 goals. The only person to have done more than that in a calendar year is Lionel Messi.
Okay. You
know, so it speaks to, again, his class and his quality. So England will say, well, you have Erling Haaland, but you have Harry Kane. You have Martin Odegaard, but we also have Jude Bellingham, right? And, you know, they can go on to mention the likes of Saka, the likes of Declan Rice, who I believe is the best midfielder in the world at the moment, you know, and they'll fancy their chances. And again, also because their head coach, Thomas Tuchel, is built for competitions like this. You know, he loves the thrill of tournament football, of knockout football. He did it with PSG, sent them to the final of the Champions League. He didn't win it, but he was the first manager to have done that for PSG in a long time, before ultimately their next manager, Luis Enrique, helped them cross the line. Then there's his work he did with Chelsea, winning the 2021 Champions League against all odds, right? Which, with a team with much less quality than this England side. So you fancy England, really. If they meet Argentina in the semi-final.
In the semis. So today is Norway and England at the Miami Stadium at what time?
I think the kickoff time here is 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
Do you know what's happening on social media?
What are they saying?
So Belgium Airline threw a challenge to British Airways and said, let's bet. If we
Belgium
win,
or Norway?
Norway, their airlines, it said that if they win today's match, then British Airways will use their logo for a day. And if England wins, then if England wins, Norway will use British Airways logo on their social media.
What was this?
This is on Instagram. I'm surprised I didn't share it with you. It's very interesting. And they shook hands on it. The next video that I saw, they had shaken hands on it. So Norway, England is not just on the courts, it's also in the air, that they'll change their social media logos to the whichever team wins. So it's going to be interesting. You know,
I was looking for a football quote for you, right? And I found it.
Okay.
It's by Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett. And it's in the book, The Unseen Academicals.
Okay.
I was reading this article yesterday before I was going on Panorama, and it made so much sense to me. Now, the quote says that the thing about football, the important thing about football, is that it's not just about football. Let it sink again. The thing about football, then there's comma. The most important thing about football is that it is not just about football. And to think about it, see, when we watch a football game, particularly the World Cup, like you're telling me, it's everything but the football. It's the rivalry. Interesting stuff. It's the rivalry, it's the emotions, it's people's lives, literally. You get it? It's unbelievable the way people can get really vested in it. And that is why some of us feel that with the way our football has been managed, you know, people are toying with the very fabric of what brings us together as Ghanaians. take for example the World Cup in Boston, England. Look at the number of persons within our political class who were there, right? I saw photos of Napo and Felix Ofosu-Kwakye.
Yeah.
On any other day, they'll be on each other's necks.
Yeah.
You know, fighting, hey, Baumia, hey, mama, hey, this, hey, that. But for that, at that one moment, it was the unifying thing they rallied about was the Black Stars, right? I've seen photos with Sami Jemfi and Dr. Bernardo Koboy.
Yeah.
In this same
stadium,
studio,
yeah.
we hosted a debate on the point of view many, many years ago, where we brought the two of them.
I can imagine. Fire for fire.
Me, which was in the build up to the 2020 election. So, see, after the show, they didn't even talk to each other. I'm telling you.
Fire for fire.
The title of the show was The Big Infrastructure Debate.
Chai.
You can go on YouTube and search it.
Chai.
It was in the build up to the 2020 election.
I can imagine.
But for some reason, the two of them again show up at the Black Stars game and they are taking
united.
photos together and they are very
Exactly.
happy. So
Exactly.
the thing about football, the most important thing about football is that it's not just football. Football has been used as a soft power to end wars in parts of the country, in parts of the world. Football has been used as a soft power to end all sorts of global world issues, hunger. Of course, you can't stop disasters, natural disasters, but you can rally people together in such moments. And we've seen that happen. We read about how the Toure brothers and Didier Drogba and other senior Ivorian players, after a World Cup qualifier game, spoke to the nation to stop, some divisive actions that were causing the nation and almost led to a civil war. That is the power of football. So if you have people literally running down your football, it's a cause for concern, right? So, having said this, I'm not surprised the Belgium Airways and Norwegian Airline and British Airways are doing. I would say that the British Airways, if they win, they should reduce their prices as a way to celebrate.
Let me read what it says. So, Fly Norwegian said, "Hey, at British Airways, do you want to make a bet? If Norway wins, you have to switch to our logo on Instagram on Sunday, into bracket one day, and vice versa. Deal?" And British Airways comes to respond, "Don't make bets you can't win." And then they shook hands on it in the next video. So they've shaken hands on it. And then, so tonight is the night.
That's the point. So everybody takes advantage of a team that's functioning well. And I say, see, if Black Stars were able to live up to some expectations, we had of the team.
Could have had such friendly banter.
See, we are not saying we didn't expect Black Stars to win the World Cup. Of course, I mean, Jordan, you can't win as a World Cup. You can't play 4 games, your top striker has 0 shots on target and win the World Cup. But we are saying that, see, there are ways to exit the competition. Look at Cape Verde, for example.
Oof.
We left at the same stage. We all exited.
But we're still talking about Cape Verde because they gave their all on that pitch.
In fact, Cape Verde at the World Cup didn't win a game. We won 1. But if we put these two teams together and we say...
Simply amazing.
See, they drew with Spain 0-0. Spain is one of the best teams at the competition. We drew with England 0-0. But for some reason, everybody's fixated on Cape Verde. Agreed or granted that indeed this is their debut. So, yeah.
There'll be a bit of buzz about them.
Exactly. But the point is that...
They played their hearts out in every game.
If you compare their performance in that Argentina game where they lost against us in that Colombia game, which you also lost.
Oh, the Colombia game, I don't know what we went to do. We should have just told them that, you know what, let's start, and then we'll come home because
energy
Charlie. And we stayed up late to watch that game.
I know, that'll be the whole story.
So today at 8, there'll be a build-up from us at 6.
Exactly. So
we'll be following.
Very, very keen.
Yeah, because we want to see the debates end on social media. Alrighty, that's our World Cup for you, updates for you from Jude Duncan. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away. Breakfast Daily Weekend is live.
Your health is in your hands, but at some point, it
passes on to us. At Mintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center, we believe that quality healthcare isn't a privilege, it's a right. Equipped with cutting-edge technology, we are fully prepared to effectively deal with all colorectal and proctological conditions. Our team of highly skilled doctors, surgeons, and nurses are renowned for their expertise in minimally invasive and painless laser, ligature, and longoproctological surgery. We are committed to providing a wide range of services to meet the diverse needs of our patients. Mintuba Hospital, your health is our priority. Visit Mintuba Hospital today or call us at 0244 581 541 or 0271 054 204. Mintuba Hospital, in to serve a peculiar health need.
My line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini ehu behia semetra sapaparia to amame manfo Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients eno ene bom se ho ban e mane swen ne sanso mama hotoso e wo bedwam.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
We continue our conversation with legendary Ghanaian musician Amanziba Nat Brew this week on The Upside Down Show. He shares why he enjoys collaborating with young talents, his desire to venture into gospel music, and his passion for Ghana's creative arts industry.
So if you met the Minister of Tourism and Creative Arts and you have to have a conversation with her, what would that be?
I'll tell her to, try as much as possible to be on the board of Ministry of Roads and Highways.
Because?
Because I will not travel 6 hours from England and come to Accra, and when I'm going to Fiema, where I'm to look at the monkeys, it takes me hours on the road.
Would you consider political appointment?
I was offered the Deputy Minister of
Tourism.
Culture.
You rejected it?
Yes, because
Why?
if I get into office, you sack me within 4 days or 5 days. I love working with
the
them.
young people.
And I will break into the gospel arena.
Hold on.
It's a conversation filled with passion and purpose, culture, creativity, and legacy.
So you won't drop, one of the collabos coming?
I have a collabo with Stonebwoy.
Don't miss the Upside Down Show this Sunday at 7 p.m. prompt, only on Channel One TV.
Welcome back. This is still Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel One TV. My name is Jude Duncan and Osafo is here with me. We brought you some of the big things happening as far as the literacy challenge and the blank sims which is airing. We also delved into the World Cup. It's now time to just quickly tell you some of the big headline stories happening, right? A lot has been reported in the news. So much going on as far as the national cleanup exercise, which is continuing today.
Yeah.
So yesterday was for the security agencies and some other government organizations. Have you seen the video of the National Service Authority boss?
Yeah.
The one she was mowing?
Yeah.
Is that part of the cleanup?
I said the grass
is what?
Is too high, and so she needs to cut it. Did you see that video?
Is it, like, you know, when the mowing was happening, I don't even think the space was bigger than this table. Not with the mower, it's see her. Let's not. You see, let's not.
It's in only got any mana ompra anymore.
Point.
So odoria obepra.
I know he said no more. You know, a best flood mitigation.
Yeah.
That's the reason why the place will flood. You know, but so lovely viewers, the National Cleanup Day happened yesterday. It's continuing today. The president and the vice president led the efforts. The president was, I think, at Alajo. The vice president was somewhere around Teshi and helping the silting gutters. You know, of course, they took time to speak to the public on the need to ensure our environment is, you know, properly kept. I think one major concern in the aftermath was how the
heaps of the rubbish, the debris
was left behind.
Yeah.
But the explanation was that the gutter water had to drain from the sun
before
so
they
that
pick it up.
It's easier for them to collect it into the truck for disposal. So there you have it, some shots in the background of what transpired yesterday. And we want to use this opportunity to urge, when you are done watching the show, of course, you can spend some time joining in the exercise, right? And you can, in front of your house, you know, that gutter there or the back of it, just find something to do to help clean this. You can mobilize your community, all of you come together and support this exercise. It's very, very important that we all take part, right? We follow leadership and their directive, and let's help keep the city clean, and let's improve it so that we don't you know, the effects of the flood, you know, doesn't get worse on us. So it's important. You know, big stories here on citynewsroom.com. Why seized firearms marked for destruction cannot be used by security and intelligence agencies in Ghana. Now, there's an article on citynewsroom.com. A lot of people say about the guns and things we seized during the gun amnesty program. Why can't we give it to the security agencies? But if you see some of the photos of those guns, I'm not sure I want your police using that anyway. So that story is on citynewsroom.com. Moving on, we go again, get involved. Mahama rally support for day 2 of cleanup exercise. EC ready for MPP constituency elections, 385 voting centers earmarked. 2 terms means 2 terms. Kojo Asante and Mahama third term debate. Yeah. 2 days with the broom won't fix Ghana's waste problem. Ni Trebi Hammond writes. Arresting Wager Hospital contractor won't resolve dispute. Akwesi Akwa slams Yoko. In the Volta region, police destroy 8 acres of suspected Indian hemp. Guta withdraws opposition Easy Pass program after GSA clarifies no new charges. Chief Inspector under probe over alleged rental of Asafo structures to sex workers. Yoko picks up Wager Children's Hospital contractor. And Sami Oku has been speaking on the whole third term debate. Says, don't fall for a trap to extend your stay in office. Sami Oku warns Mahama. Like I mentioned to you earlier, there's an article on why the seized firearms marked for destruction cannot be used by security and intelligence agencies in Ghana. 2026 BEC to begin SHS, 2026 BEC candidates to begin SHS selection on July 20th. BOG 2025 fraud report, the numbers beneath the headline. The article is on citynewsroom.com. And the Bank of Ghana governor has been speaking. He says, handle banknotes properly to reduce replacement costs.
Right.
I know these are the big stories on citynewsroom.com.
I'm on channel1newsonline.com, channel1newsonline.com. Stories you'll find on our portal. Ghana AIDS Commission reactive HIV test is not a confirmed diagnosis, and this is in line with the security recruitment HIV results of some personnel.
You're saying there's no confirmed diagnosis?
No.
So that means that...
So the reactive test it probably shows that you probably have antigens, but you have to go through a 3-step
approach
test again, which will then diagnose that
indeed you
have it. So with this one,
it's like eniso.
Yeah, you don't have it. You have to go do the thing again. Yes.
Interesting.
So that's what the Ghana AIDS Commission is saying. The reactive HIV test is not a confirmed diagnosis. Samia Oku is saying third-term lawsuit, part of elaborate scheme. Ashanti police probe officer over prostitution structures at Asafo. That's an interesting story that we should probably delve into. Flood cleanup will continue after national exercise. Ayawaso West MCE says so. Asafo demolition, police-owned structures used for drugs, prostitution, Kumasi mayor alleges. And the Wager Children's Hospital contractor has been picked up by Iyoko. Move National Sanitation Day to Fridays, that's according to the Kumasi mayor. And Jospong is calling for waste transfer stations in all districts to improve sanitation. And military to dredge major waterways to prevent floods, according to our president. If you come further down, the Ghana Institute of Planning is saying poor planning, not climate change, is driving our floods. And Michael Kosidere, he's an engineer, he's saying district fragmentation is hurting our city planning. And the new terrorism has no bombs, it has Wi-Fi. And those are some of the stories you will see on channel1newsonline.com.
I want to take you to the Ghanaian Times, right? The Ghanaian Times, they are ordinarily a newspaper, but
they have an online portal.
Exactly. So it's the GhanaianTimes.com.gh. Big story. MTN Business Awards 160,000 to SMEs in pitch contest. Also here, Vice President urges Finance Ministry to sustain economic gains. Economy grows 4.7% in April. Services sector leads expansion. End to broken equipment era. President unveils firm to manage medical devices nationwide. Some other story. Fintech fraud surges as banking sector sees decline. Moving on to some other story. Adenta MCA hands over 24-hour economy market contract document. GRA seals of Electrochem offices over 8.6 million tax arrears. And finally here, they have the story on Abuchuke's extradition, as they say he's been extradited to the USA over an alleged 8 million romance scam fraud.
Okay, let me take you to graphiconline.com.
Please
graphiconline.com. Stories you'll see on that portal. PURC resolves 99.3% of utility complaints in northern region in first half of 2026. President Mahama announces military dredging of waterways, monthly clean-up days. Massive turnouts for cleanup exercise in Ho. But Hokra is very clean. Oh. Anytime we pass through in the caravan, it's absolutely
Have
clean.
you gone there purposely for going there?
No, not yet.
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for you. We'll take a drive to Ho. I see you're stunned. You're not expecting that. All right, more stories on graphiconline.com. Traders demand reconstruction of Temba Community 1 market after floods expose infrastructure challenges. Isn't that a new market? Assemblies of God urges members to join national cleanup exercise. Stop dumping waste into drains. President Mahama urges Ghanaians. EPA closes Kaswa fuel station over sanitation and flooding concerns. And our president is saying that 2 days is certainly not enough, and so he's proposing a monthly cleanup as flood response continues. Focus on nurturing students, not publishing books. Former UCC Vice Chancellor tells lecturers. And bats forest closure of new school block in Afram Plains. And our president this week opened a new Kolebu Cath lab. And the shops are supposed to close from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. today. And the GJ is giving Kaswa NDC chairman 7-day ultimatum over Obatampa radio attack. They say he should go and apologize. A pioneering treatment has saved identical twins from rare pregnancy condition, and community-led fisheries management key to restoring declining fish stocks. That's according to our Fisheries Commission. So those are some of the stories you see on graphiconline.com. Do you have any more portals, or should I run us through Ghana
We can
Weekend?
delve into sort of stories.
Okay, before we do that, let me quickly run us through GhanaWeekend.com. Stories you'll find there. Plan financially for the future. That's Daughters of Glorious Jesus urging creatives. Fashion designer Halimatu Sadia Sanusi was buried on Thursday. May her soul rest in perfect
Did you used to follow her work?
I did. She's one of my favorites. I've actually pinpointed her for something very soon. But
You know, I feel like we should be celebrating people like that.
yeah.
You know, Bernard has this thing he always says that a nation's heroes are not only the political class or just can't be the politicians, right? So when somebody comes up with something that revolutionary, it's like it changes the
trajectory of probably the fashion industry, which she was in.
It's revolutionary.
Yeah.
You know, I think we need to celebrate certain people and give them their flowers, right?
Yeah.
Most importantly, when they are alive. But if it's not done in their death, we need to talk about it, right? So people should know that, okay, when Kente being used as a corset, and I'm just giving an example, started, it was Sadia Sanusi, or it was so and so. You know, we need to celebrate people because, see, it's not easy coming up with stuff that gets it, you know, and I listen to people who used to buy from her, who knew her personally.
Yeah.
You know, they talk about her really calm approach and persona, and the fact that she was really good at what she did, you know, as far as fashion designing was concerned. So may her soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
And we send our deepest commiserations to the family,
family.
you know, and all those who knew her and worked with her closely, and her friends and everybody affected by her passing.
Alrighty. Other stories you'll find on GhanaWeekend.com. X-Law unveils debut 7-track EP. Jermaine Dupri sues Sony Music for $18 million over alleged unpaid royalties. Shatawale seeks gold board partnership to promote Ghanaian jewelry at Shatterfest UK, and meets Ghana's Juju Man taking the 2026 World Cup by storm.
Don't tell me it's Kweku Bonsam.
Oh, no. It's the one who blew the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is not a juju man, by the way.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but, you know, he was dressed as such, and so I guess that's where the miscommunication
I
is.
wanted to read excerpts of this story on the National Cleanup Day.
Okay.
So the president has been speaking. He says, "We go again, get involved." President Bahama rallies support for day 2 of the cleanup exercise. Story by Patricia Boache. And brief excerpts read, President John Dramani Mahama has called on Ghanaians to turn out in large numbers for the second and final day of the National General Cleaning Exercise, describing public participation as essential to sustaining efforts to improve sanitation and reduce the risks of flooding. In a Facebook post on Friday, the president expressed appreciation to residents, security personnel, government officials, traditional leaders, and volunteers who participated in the first day of the exercise, describing the nationwide response as encouraging and successful. The first day of the cleanup exercise brought together Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman and ministers of state, regional ministers from the 7 flood-affected regions, personnel from the Ghana Armed Forces and the National Disaster Management Organization, corporate institutions, traditional authorities, including the Gamanche, and members of the public. The president also took part in the exercise at Chado in the Greater Accra region, where he joined residents and other stakeholders to desilt choked drains as part of efforts to improve drainage and mitigate future flooding.
Ooh, nice. And speaking of the cleanup campaign, you know, we have our reporters out, and one such is Fauzu Masaudu, who's here with us in the city newsroom, and he is currently at Nima, where day 2, right, of the exercise is taking place. Fauzu, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Daily Weekend. Oh. I'm saying. Unfortunately, connectivity is doing some things. You know how the technology works. But if Fauzi, you can hear me, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Daily Weekend. We understand that you're at NEMA. Describe day 2 of the cleanup exercise for us.
Okay, good morning, Eno. I'm coming to you live from NEMA, precisely the commercial hub of the Ayawaso East municipality, which is the NEMA market. Eno, right from the NEMA junction into the market proper, it's a serene and, if you like, a clean environment due to what the municipality has been up to since yesterday. I'm talking about the National Cleanup Exercise Day. There's been a number of activities ongoing here since yesterday till this morning when we made a stop here in the municipality. I would be engaging some authorities here to really find out from them how the exercise has been and what is there to expect and indeed the way forward. I have here with me the waste manager for the municipal assembly. I'm right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Hajia. Yeah.
My name is Fatia Amadou from the Ayawaso East Municipal Assembly.
Okay.
First of all, I have to thank to the Almighty Allah for giving us another day again to come up and do the work. It's very tough for us, but inshallah we can make it.
What has made it tough? Have you encountered any challenge from yesterday to now?
Very, very, very. We encountered a challenge very well. Yesterday, like this, we started from Kanda Highway through the Kanda, GBC, Jubilee House area, Ruga. Yesterday, that's where we have worked. And I can tell you, we've closed around 10:30 in the night. Myself, my MP and my boss, which is Mr. Abbas, and my colleague Sharif. We closed around 10 something. What even made us to close was the dumping side. When they went there, they said the fuel was short and they are going to bring fuel. So our tippers were there until 9 something, getting to 10. And when we called them, they said they are still there. And we decided that we will go home so that tomorrow morning we'll come and continue. So that's why we stopped. If not, that we would have finished with the Kanda Highway. As at now, there's a heap of refuse on the Kanda Highway. But we have a tipper truck from Zoom Lion, which they have given us a support. Yesterday, they've given us tipper trucks, logistic, this backhoe. Yesterday, they give us all those things to help us. So it was that one we used yesterday. And still, this morning, they are bringing us another tippers to add on what they gave us yesterday. Press to collect. Okay. So you can see.
I wanted us to talk about this heap of refuse here.
This is small.
Yeah.
This one is small.
Wow.
If you go to the NEMA Accra station, its time is 4. Even time is 5.
Yeah.
If you go to the overhead,
it's even worse.
It's more than Martin Afajato or whatever. All over up to Gota. And through this inside, the NEMA, the drain side, there's a lot of heap of refuse there. And we are hoping to finish it today, inshallah.
And these are refuse that were gathered since yesterday, I believe.
No, this one was gathered this morning.
Yesterday
we told them we are going to work in Kanda, that area, yesterday. So today we are working in NEMA. But before we got here yesterday, the runabout, there was a heap of refuse. We did the silting yesterday. NEMA runabout. We did the silting at Kanda Post Office. We did the silting at NEMA Kanda Highway. We did a lot of the silting yesterday, and we did collection. Today too, we are doing the silting. We have started from the Roman school here. We are going to do the silting at the Kusuntu and Koho area, electoral area. So today, that is where we are going to work. But yesterday, the heap of refuse at the Kanda, the overhead, it was yesterday, and the Accra Market station, it was yesterday. But this morning, when we came back again, it was even more than what we saw yesterday. So we are waiting for the tipper trucks. You see them, they are still bringing more. They are still bringing more refuse, piling up. So that's why we are here, waiting for the tipper trucks
to come. Okay, so I'll speak to Zoom Lion's representative here on the ground. And please tell me your name.
So my name is Alfred Akron, Zoom Lion.
Okay. So she mentioned that they are awaiting some trucks from your outfit to help dispose of this refuse. How soon I'm sure they are.
Yes, so I just spoke to the tipper drivers, right? And you'll be here in the next 30 minutes. Yesterday we had one tipper truck and a payloader for them. Today we are adding another tipper truck. Because looking at the load of refuse, we need more logistics to help them clear it because we can't leave it by the roadside. Yes, so that's what we are doing.
Okay. So where do all these end really? Because there's been issue about final disposal points.
Okay,
yes.
so what we are doing now is that some of them are going to IRECOP, which is a transfer station, and others are also going to the final disposal site. So what happens is that this will help reduce the turnaround time. Once they move to IRECOP, then IRECOP will cut it to the final disposal site. So that is what we are doing now. Yes.
Alfred, tell me about, you manage waste in the municipality, or if you like the area. Paint me a picture of the waste management situation in Ayawaso East.
Well, largely it is solid waste. Largely it is solid waste. And the problem here is that because most of them don't have the receptacle to manage their waste, you find out that a lot of it ends by the drains. When it rains, it washes into the drain. So that is what, together with the municipal, we are trying to solve. Okay, it will take sensitization, but majority of it would take, how do you call it? We should enforce the laws. Personally, that's what I think. Okay. Aside education, we've been educating. We have to move to another level where we enforce the law, provide the logistics they need, and make sure that they use them. When you give them bins, they should use the bins for what purpose it was given. You shouldn't realize that bins have been taken and they are putting water, storing other things into it. That is largely what we see here, okay? And we are looking at changing that narrative. Yeah.
Okay. Ajay, Alfred mentioned something that I find really striking. He mentioned law enforcement, and over the time, there's been issue about how effectively some of these sanitation bylaws have been enforced by the local assemblies. For you in Ayawaso East municipality, how do you navigate this challenge? And then, for instance, for regular residents, what has been the waste management mechanism or measures or method for them? How do they dispose of their waste, and where do they, and do you have a landfill here in the municipality and all of that? And do they have to pay to even dump their refuse in the first place?
In this community, our problem is the landfill site. We don't have any landfill site in this place. That's number one. And two, the law enforcement, we have been doing it. Even we have taken some people to court concerning about this refuse issue. But all the same, you take them to court, when they come back, it's the same thing. So we are trying our best to see how we can change things over here. Because anytime even when we are having a cleanup, when you invite them to come out, they don't want to come out. They will close their stores. At times they don't even lock the stores. You come and be talking, they won't buy you. So we don't normally give them this thing and take them to court. But next time when we are doing cleanup, they would rather lock the store, refusing to come out to work. So that is our challenge in this community. I think next time when we are going to do, I think we have to add security
agencies. Well, this for instance, this exercise is in collaboration with some security agencies. Yesterday we saw military and policemen all over.
Here, Here we just had some few police people, but because it's a desilting issue yesterday, nothing like that has been done. But today, I think we haven't gotten any security personnel here today. But I don't know whether they are on their way coming or not, because up to now they haven't come, so I don't know. But we are doing our best here in this community. Concerning about waste, we have a compactor that goes around every blessed morning to clear the ceremonial roads, and we have boiler taxis, we have trash cycles that do this work. But all the same, we still need more logistics to add, because this area is a problematic area when it comes about refuse issue. Because we collect as if we don't collect.
Ajay, is the assembly taking money from residents for waste disposal?
No. The assembly doesn't take money from the waste disposal. It's the people who sit under the container side.
The container side?
Yes.
Zumila people designated by the assembly?
No. They were there before we even... So they are there collecting their money. So because of that, the assembly is fueling for them, and they take the money from the people. And we have spoken, they are not listening to us. And this place, Zumilayan people, kept the container there for free because the assembly is paying for all those fueling, maintenance and everything. It's the assembly who pays for that thing. So because of that, it's there for free dumping. Yeah, but because of the community people, they are not agreeing to let people dump it free, and they are collecting money. So at times we also come around and talk to them, but still.
So what happens? I mean, so this is where law enforcement should come to play. What happens? I mean, speaking to them is clearly not enough. You need to crack the whip. So what happens to some of these unscrupulous individuals?
You see, Nima is a very difficult area. Me, per se, if I would tell you the difficulties that I've been receiving here, you even pity me, because at times you see them rushing on me and I'll stand on my foot.
And wanting to attack you and all.
Yes, but I'm doing my work. So with this, no, that's why I'm saying that we need to add
law enforcement agency, security forces.
With this, we can do our work. Without that, here you can go to a place, you see somebody even dumping. At times I see people dumping in the drain. The big drain is around my area. When you ask them, they will tell you, Gidan Kakega, is it your house? Is this your room? You see this kind of thing, no? It doesn't make us work well. Because if you can see a colleague or a fellow human being from your community do this and you want to talk and he will start insulting you, saying things that will not suit you, you know, definitely at times when you see it, you have to go away. When we go, if you see the person and go and bring my colleagues, if I bring my colleagues and they give them this and take them to court, next time when they see you in Nima, Shegia, this woman, this, you see our people. I'm also part of them, and I know how we behave. So
that's the problem.
That's the problem here.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
To add to it, this cleanup exercise was largely organized, okay, for desilting and sweeping. So if you look at the waste here, it came at dawn when we were not here, because they knew today we'll be coming here to work. So imagine if all this waste was being sent to the container site and carefully managed and disposed of. It is more suitable that way. But because they know we are coming and we are going to do this for free, they are all bringing the waste onto the roadside. And this was done at dawn. Because yesterday we were here, we did the silting all the way from the runabout. We cleared everything from the runabout, only to get here in the morning and we are seeing, and this you are seeing is very small. If you go ahead, you will see ×5 of this ahead, in the middle of the road. As at yesterday, wasn't there. So we came at dawn, they know we'll be here. So these are some of the challenges Haja is talking about.
That means that for those who do not have the wherewithal, the money to pay at the container, it means that they'll keep it in the house and dispose them improperly.
Exactly. And you know, Nima and Kanda are two different separate areas.
Right.
If you look at the demography of the area, Nima is a bit deprived compared to the Kandes. The Kandes can have a container and Zoom Lion come and pick, and they will pay at the end of the month. But that cannot be done here, because once you give them the receptacles, they would not use it for the purpose of which it was given. You realize that some of them are putting water, condo into the bins you have given them for free. So it's very difficult for the municipal as well. Yes, they are doing their best and all that, but we are looking at the demography of the area, the attitude of the people. Attitudinal change is very important. And if you want people to change, education is not enough. Enforcement is the way to go.
Yes.
Enforcement is the way to go. When people do things that are wrong, you crack the whip. Regardless of whoever they are, crack the whip. You get it. So that is the only way we believe we can do things to make things work well.
Okay.
And we are partnering the municipal to make that happen.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Alfred and Haja. I want to get closer to possibly speak to one of the residents who have come here to also dispose of their refuse. Haja, good morning.
Morning.
Patro ti send via
work. Me adom.
Patro na udin dey send.
Yes, name is Cecilia Yeboa.
Auntie Cecilia, patro area higher now.
Patro ai.
Na you say mo so mo de munra e ba be gu ha say for cleaning no. Na usually no mo rubbish no, munra no mo do kogu hin.
Ezume ayafra ne say abobo ya afọ na ya ombefa no o maji eska.
Bande de mo te say omo ye ni fu.
Ne ye de aba. Patro ai.
Na patro ha no Nima ha na amote no. Yenka munra ho nsem ene se nsuo to a ebi ko gate mu no na say na tie.
Oh, yen ye area ha de nyame aye adom. Yen ni sa problem no. Yen ni ma ha yen ye area aye free pipe.
Free pipe e down ha.
Yen ni sa problem no wa ha no me se nsuo to a enka yen ene de yen ha yen.
Now, in the same bottle, ball, a bear bottle, send out there.
Oh, me need bottle be away.
We are now there.
Why? Me that's it.
Yeah, that's my sister. Okay, let's get. Aja, assalamu alaikum. Dakikao. Okay, all right. So those are some residents here at Nima in the Ayawaso East municipality. A while ago, I spoke to the municipal waste manager, Haji Afati, and of course the representative of Zoomline Ghana Limited, Alfred, here on the ground, who raised, among other things, a number of challenges bedeviling waste management in the municipality. They mentioned that there is a container that has been designated for proper waste management, but some unscrupulous individuals are at the site receiving or taking monies from residents unlawfully, and they have tried a time without number, but it has yielded a time without number to stop them, but it has yielded no results, and they are calling on security enforcers to also step in to address the challenge. But Eno and Jude, if you are watching, if you are with me, I'm still coming to you live from Nima in the Ayawaso East municipality. The reason for our stop here is that day 2 of the national cleanup exercise is in full swing, and residents and authorities here in the municipality say they are leaving no stone unturned. If the camera is able to give us an aerial view, you would notice that most of the stalls and shops have not opened today per directive issued by the presidency, except for a few essential service providers like the pharmacy that are opened, and even that it doesn't seem to be as busy. And also, mind you, before we got here it was a bit cloudy, and so it's kind of impacted the turnouts for this event, because apparently some residents thought it was going to rain heavily, and so they are not able to come out and participate in this exercise in their numbers. But hopefully as the day goes by, we see them in their numbers, as observed yesterday elsewhere in the nation's capital. Boss, good morning.
Morning.
What's your saying?
Bacho, Amidu Musa.
Amidu Musa also Buano Moye.
Bacho, assembly.
Assembly, and Granny Bessin
the Nyagro, Dumano Eddie, but the Senator, Corona, I think. There's a Gusu Sasana, Ned Wabwa, now Copano Basso at me Pamomo. Yam Pamomo Sabe, Mana Dos, no Corona say. Into a Mumboy and I, Coronia for my any dark Coronuso, say money ye. My Coronu, your mamma, Omboy and I, Nima, intimate to say Dubai, and Transmuno, a fin bian, but no beer never be identity ever to.
Thank you. All right. So maybe we'll go closer a bit, if you may, so that we just give you a quick view of what the area is looking like this morning, following the day 2 of the cleanup, the national cleanup exercise, which was directed by the president some days ago. It is instructive to note that this has been precipitated by the June 29 devastating flooding, which claimed at least 13 lives and destroyed millions worth of properties. The post-flood mitigation committee thought it wise to initiate some of these exercises to also, Pasha, good morning.
Good morning.
Pasha, what are you saying?
Ofayao.
Who a driver on Nima here?
But
now a cleanup exercise no mumunyi.
Ya yebi enra. Ya yebi a bet. Sisi an bola no kwano ho. Ti kwan be fa so a ombe so this machine bola no so do so. Aha. Anu ntina me master sa mo me do mo konu tano. Sanity. Ntina me kabi.
Yeah, that's it. Aja, will you add a few words?
Oh, I have nothing to say, but we are thanking the president for this opportunity. At least everyone will keep their environment clean. So we are expecting them to come and pick the ballers from Nima. The ballers are a lot there.
Your name, please?
Mariama.
Okay, Thank you very much. So it's the same chorus that they are all singing. They say yes, the exercise has been laudable, but their major concern now is how the debris would be collected for proper disposal, and fearing that if that is not done, the rains could possibly wash some of these waste back into the silt, which would amount to zilch. And so they don't want everything that they are doing to essentially be a wild goose chase. And so they are appealing to authorities to ensure that the waste that have been collected are properly disposed. And on the back of that, it's also very instructive to know that the Zoom Lion and the Municipal Assembly have given the strongest indication here that there are some trucks that will be coming over in a tard to ensure that the waste are properly disposed. But we are still giving you a quick view of what Nima is like. If you are very familiar with this environment or this community, you would agree with me that the Nima market is a very busy place. The Nima market is a very busy place. I mean, the commercial hub of the Ayawaso East municipality. In fact, usually this particular stretch is marked by gridlock. It's bumper to bumper usually, even on a regular Saturday. But today the story is different. The reason is that the day 2 of the national cleanup exercise is in full swing, and residents and authorities are all participating. Shops and stores and other commercial facilities have all closed down as per directive issued by the presidency. Just a few essential service providers like food vendors and other health facilities are the ones. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name.
My name is Muto Akilu.
Muto Akilu.
Yeah.
You live here?
Yeah, I'm living here.
Okay. The cleanup exercise, are you participating? I don't see you in gloves.
Oh, now we are starting, but we are not ready to. Okay. Now, well, no, someone we have coming, but we're still there.
Yeah. So you all come and join the exercise?
Yes.
Okay. But what do you make of it? What's your thoughts on the initiative?
Oh.
You think it's a good move?
It's a good move for me and everybody.
Okay. Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so he says that they are lacing their boots to join the exercise. But Eno and Jude, earlier when we spoke to the authorities, they mentioned that there's been some heaps of refuse scattered across the streets of Nima and Kanda. And here at this particular spot is evident. Some of these refuse, we understand, were accrued since yesterday when the exercise started. And so it should be some of the someone is trying to get okay. All right, so someone is wants to willingly also express their opinion on the matter. Good morning, you're live on Channel 1 TV. What's your name?
I'm Rahima.
Okay, Rahima, your full name?
Rahima Abdel Nasser, and I'm talking from East Ayawaso constituency. Okay, so they said sanitation, right? Yes, and then this thing is not the sanitation we are talking about. And then breathing out of this is not safe. It's not safe for us, and it's not safe for our hygiene too. So we are very much disappointed in the sanitation and the holiday they gave to us yesterday.
How long has this been here?
Since yesterday. Yeah.
So after the exercise, when the cleaning was done, this way they came to deposit the refuse.
This is where they kept it. Okay. Yes. So we are not happy because it's not hygiene.
But they said they had challenge with getting enough trucks to come and collect them. But now they've given an assurance that in the next 30 minutes, you guys will not see this.
So then they should come and do the needful because this is not safe for us. It's not safe for our hygiene to us. You can see breathing in and breathing out of this is not good for our health.
But Rema, did you participate in the exercise yourself since yesterday? And this morning I don't see you in gloves.
Honestly, no, I didn't participate.
Why?
I wasn't around yesterday. So today we are looking forward to see whether they will do something so that we help them with something.
But you could also take up the initiative. I see a number of you could have also started something.
So we are working.
Okay. What are you doing exactly?
We are actually we have an election today, so we are preparing food for the election. So after that, we also keep our place very clean. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Rahim.
Welcome.
Aja, would you also want to add a few words?
It's okay, that's
Okay. All right. So those were some residents here who have raised shared a similar sentiments about wanting to come in. Salaam alaikum. Please, good morning. We are from Channel 1 TV City FM. Can we speak to you briefly about the exercise? Yes. Okay.
What's your problem?
Yes, so we are talking about the cleanup exercise and residents here, what you make of it and whether you've participated in it.
Okay, you are trying your best. Okay, here also they are just finish our team too. They are just sit to rest small. And then unless you see the people, then they are open the market for us. Then they remove our cars. This is our cars. I just come and sit here. Yes.
Okay, so you are waiting for them to finish with the exercise.
Yes. Then they are starting our work in the market.
But Alhaji, the president said that everyone should be part of the exercise. So why are you not joining the exercise?
Oh no, they are. Oh, but they are not some of them. They are not some of them. But they didn't say that they are do exercise. They are do some of them. They are do some before they are come to rest.
But I'm asking that you yourself, have you also participated? Have you joined, or you and your brothers?
All of us here.
All joined the cleanup?
Yes.
Yesterday and today?
Yes.
What did you do exactly?
Okay, now they are just resting. That's why they are just sitting.
No, I'm talking about you yourself and then your brothers around. Done some of
They
the
are just
cleaning.
they are sweeping. Yes. They are sweeping all. Then they are pick. Then now they are tired. That's why they are come to sit for us. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you also.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Anyone, Jude?
All right.
Fauzu. Right. Very, very in-depth report from Nima where he is.
Interesting.
Yeah, we saw the heaps of rubbish
Exactly what I was. You literally took the words out
right
of
out
my
of your mouth. Yeah.
Because I was like, that's unbelievable. And doesn't mean that on any normal day they were
They
going
generate
to,
that much.
Yes, and possibly sit in that field and sell. You know, so
Makes you wonder what you're buying and where you're buying.
it's unbelievable.
All right, up north, Mohammed M. Aminu Alabira is also at one of these cleanup places, and he joins us. Good morning, Alabira. How are you doing? All right, tell us about the cleanup exercise there.
Here to make some students are actually not participating in the exercise this month. And for people that there's nothing. Currently, it's only the who are currently in the just them
Alabira, you said people are not partaking in the cleanup exercise in Bimbala on day 2. Have you been able to engage any of them to find out from them why they're not partaking, or is Bimbala Township clean?
Yeah, residents told me that they didn't know update me. It was only it's clean and to update. So they are about the and they said that every and his team they are gutted by the military.
It seems that we're struggling with the sound from Alabira, so we'll definitely try and reestablish contact so
I
that
think his
we can
major
understand what's happening in Bimbala.
Was that the attendance was low as far as the participation, and it stands to reason because again, the point is that the hardest hit parts of the flood we saw on June 29 were in Accra, parts of Eastern and Central. Up north, we didn't record as much of the damage we saw, right? So if they are okay, they seem to be okay, and I'm referring to Bimbala in the northern region of Ghana. And but on my way to work, and surprisingly, I saw a couple of locals, and residents, particularly, from West Legon, the Hacho area, who were engaged in cleanup activities. And surprisingly as well, I saw officials from Zoom Lion with them. And I'm presuming they are officials from Zoom Lion because of the outfits they were adorned in. It had the Zoom Lion inscriptions on it, and their colors, of course, the blue and orange. And they were cleaning, and I was wondering, because because Zoom Lion, of course, is a private organization, You know, and I really like the way they've been able to rally their people, you know, and there's a lot of noise about the company. You can't really, you know, and despite all of the noise, you get a sense that they are still very much involved, you know, helping improve the situations in many parts of the capital. So kudos to the team from Zoomlion, but beyond, they can't do it alone. You get the sense, and everybody needs to be involved. I mean, right from this show, we'll possibly also get out and enjoy. Exactly.
Yeah.
The big issue will be happening anyway. But what we'll be doing here throughout the day is to be bringing updates on the process. That's also another way of contributing to the cleanup exercise. Right? But it's not enough just sitting at home and watching the TV. At the point, you need to get out yourselves, go in there.
You know, just do your small surroundings, your gutters in front of your house, just make sure that it's clean and you know, conducive
but, you know,
for
another
yourself.
question really is that post the cleaning, right? One next. And I've had people say that, see, maybe we should use this occasion to start a whole nation sanitation drive, right? Let's put dustbins at proper vantage points again in the capital.
We can put them all, but will you use it?
You see, if you put it and people don't use it, then now it's a question of enforcing the law. But if it's not there, it is very difficult to say that, oh, why are you dropping it here, even though you're not supposed to do that. So provide for the dustbins first, you know, and when people flout it, the law kicks in just like that. But Alabira is still on.
Yes, he's back on. Let's see if the line is clearer now. Alabira, you were telling us that there's low participation in Bimbilla.
Yes, please.
Yes, go ahead. Tell us why, if you've spoken to some of them.
Yeah, residents in Bimbilla are actually not participating in today's exercise. My initially interaction with them, they say they thought it was just for yesterday, and this morning, no residents is taking part in the exercise. They are all going about their normal businesses. But right now, the MCE and his team, they are currently doing the exercise by themselves. And as you can see behind me, they are currently in the gutters by the Bimbilla police station doing the cleaning right now.
Right. Is it possible for your cameraman to zoom in? What are they doing in the gutters?
Yes, they are doing the cleanup themselves in the gutters. Yes, the MCE, MCE and his team. Yeah, they are doing the cleanup here. I have the MCE himself around, and he would like to share a word with us. Maybe tell us why residents are not taking place. Honorable MCE. Yes, he is the one coming right now.
Okay, all
and
right.
He will be sharing with us. He nearly fell into the gutter.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a steep slope.
Honorable, you are using an unapproved route. You nearly fall into the... Yes, please. You are live on City Channel 1 TV. Yes. Honorable, what can you tell us about the exercise?
Yes.
Residents are not participating.
At the Nanumba North Municipality here, we actually programmed the days. Yesterday was supposed to be the general cleanup, where our security agencies, our all the people of Nanumba North would have come together to do it together. But unfortunately, rain took yesterday, the whole of yesterday. People were disappointed. They came out, but we could not work as a result of the downpour. Today was scheduled for household cleaning, where we were supposed to do the supervision of household, how people are cleaning around. But we had no option left than to combine the two. So as of now, we are doing household monitoring and also dislodging some aspects of our gutters that was supposed to be done yesterday. So that is why you see that there's no turn-up and stores are closed, because we indicated that nobody should open the store. They should all concentrate in cleaning their homes And after cleaning their homes, then they come out.
But,
That is why.
Residents actually doing the cleaning them.
Yes, if you get into the areas, many of the residents are doing it. We have gone around some few areas, they are doing it. And we are sure that the next week, we'll have to reorganize the mass cleanup exercise. And we pray that we should not be distracted by rain. You can see the clouds here today. We are a little fortunate because the cloud is still there, threatening to rain, but it has not rained. Before the rain will come, we should be able to do something.
Yeah, but many residents I have interacted with say they didn't know about it.
No. You can see stores are closed all over. It means that we used the information service delivery car, our information van. We sent information to every area, every electoral area. It is not rely on only radio stations. We went down to the people to let them know what is happening within these studios. The need, for me, the most important thing is attitudinal change with the sensitization that we do. If we don't indiscriminately dump rubbish, we will not have that pressure to be cleaning around. We should be able to change our people's mentality such that they get to understand that sanitation, cleanliness is our collective responsibility, and everybody has the mandate to make sure that whatever rubbish that you have, you need to keep it until you get the appropriate place of dumping. You don't just indiscriminately dump rubbish anywhere, anyhow. So this is what I am emphasizing on.
Honorable, talking about dumping rubbish anywhere, anyhow, what you are taking out from the gutter, where are you going to carry them to? Because I've seen that you are dumping them somewhere. When will you carry them, or where?
You know,
and how are you going to carry them?
These are sand. Just a small portion of it are polythene. So when it gets dry, the sand will take off the rubbish, burn them, then the sand will now be part of the land. So this one is something that we can easily manage because it's a matter of we having it dry, so that we take off the polythene and allowing the sand to.
Okay, so residents that are not taking part today, what is their message to them?
The message to them is we will come back, we will continuously do this the education and let them understand the need for them to take measures, their own cleanliness. However, our sanitation bylaws still exist. We will make sure that we activate the sanitation bylaws on those persons who do not want to comply.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you. Please, you've heard it from the Honorable MCE for Nanumba North.
Right.
Here. Yes, that is what is happening currently in the Bimbilla municipality.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that report from Bimbilla. And at least we know that the MC is taking part. Yesterday, the community also took part. Stores are closed. Cleaning is ongoing. And yeah, day 2 is fully underway.
Absolutely. And for me, I like the fact that I think we've hit a chord. There's really little chat about pushbacks, or Ghanaians refusing to take part. At least those who don't want to, they've kept it to themselves. We've not seen a lot of I know my right, I know my right. I mean, see, even as a media house, we believe in the core.
Yeah.
We believe that after a very devastating, flood that we saw, we need to get our environment back in order. We are not saying that ultimately is the responsibility of citizens, maybe to an extent, but we believe that government also has a role to play. They've shown leadership in starting this, but the long term is also very important. Eventually, to prevent the flood, we've heard from experts that structures on waterways would have to be demolished. Government would have to show that political will, to get it done. We've said that proper drains would have to be constructed. Would have to also clear major drains in the country. The Odo right now, as you have it, is a mess. I mean, the Garrett project is supposed to take care of that. There were initial concerns about funding for that program, or project. There are concerns around general sanitation issues, right? you walk from Independence Avenue to the Accra Mall area, will you find any public waste bin somewhere? Again, another issue that has come to the fore is the whole sweeping contract that was once with Zoomlion, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that for whatever reason, when government took the contract away from them, we've not seen a replacement, right? So why don't you put in place some alternative measure if you don't agree with how somebody is doing it? And if you've not done that, you know, of course, you are going to see the level of flood. So I've heard, for example, the former defense minister, right? He knows a thing or two, having, you know, led our defense system or architecture in the country. And I'm referring to Dominic Nitu. I heard him raise concerns around why are we not giving Zoomlion the contract, or why have we not replaced them? No problem if you've taken it away from them. What's your plan for replacement? Because clearly you get the sense that the assemblies are not up to the task, right? So again, questions are, why are the assemblies not being properly constituted to be able to do some of these things, right? So a lot of questions would have to be answered. And you know, the local government ministry, I think that they look overwhelmed sometimes because the job is a lot. The assemblies are a lot. You know, we've Godfred describes it as the pizzification of the assemblies, right? So it used to be one big one, another big one, another big one, about 4 of them. Now there are many in Accra. And do we have the personnel, the resources to deal with the sanitation concerns? I don't really think so. So I'm not here to say, Zoomlion should give back the contract to Zoomlion. Government should give the contract back to Zoomlion.
But they need to be replaced.
But the point is that if you are going to replace, there should be an alternative already in position. If it's not, no matter your concerns with the way they were going about the work, what we are seeing now is partly due to it because the streets are not being kept well. And remember, there was one time where there were so many issues around waste collection. Like the Bola was everywhere.
And that's when the Aboboya stepped in.
Exactly, and then on our highways misbehaving and all of that. I
spoke to one of the stakeholders, I've unfortunately forgotten her name, this week, and she mentioned that yes, people can come and collect our waste and all of that, but if we don't implement the R's, the sorting out of our refuse, so this is plastics paper, this is plastics, this is organic, then we're really not going anywhere because that's what other countries are implementing. So right from the source, you have paper, you have organic, you have plastic, so that it's already sorted out for whoever is collecting it to take to. Then for further processing, if the plastic needs to go this way, we can reuse paper, recycle it to make something else, manure or whatever. Organic waste can also be used in a certain way. So right from the beginning, if we don't do that to our waste, and our waste is going to be together, it's going to be a lot. So then we're all dumping it all together, including our plastics. So that's one thing I'd like for government to look at. We need to start sorting out our waste, implementing the R's, the 3 R's, whatever.
And our landfill sites, we need to look at it is the recycle.
Exactly. Another thing that I would say, when we do the whole tree planting exercise, let me just turn your attention down here to the Apenkwa stretch. In the median, we see dirt. Why can't we plant some of these trees that we are, because you say we've planted 10,000 trees, but we don't see it. Right now, those medians are dirt and they run into the gutters and choke it. And that's where all the silt and the sand is. Why don't we plant more trees in our medians, grass in our medians, so that it'll soak the water away? At least those two things, let's look into those things. Let's prevent people from building in waterways. You see it today, you demolish it today. Don't wait for someone to raise a 3-story structure, a 4-story structure, and then you come and demolish it. I think when they were briefing the military on, there was a red zone and you could see the progression of buildings that had been constructed each and every year. How did we not see that when it was happening? And then the river has become some small thing. But the thing is, you cannot show water where to pass. Eventually, it'll come back and haunt all of us. And that's what we saw. And we'll definitely see it again if we don't, control or destroy or destruct.
You know the drill.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
that's our show for you. We hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. We'll definitely be back on your screens Sunday bright and early at 7 a.m. But the next thing on our show, on our TV, is the big issue, and I know you don't want to miss that with Umaru Sanda Amadu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What if your ideas could shape the future of education in Ghana? If you were a brilliant pre-secondary student aged 11 to 15, this is your moment to shine. Welcome to the Literacy Challenge 2026, the national literacy competition that celebrates young thinkers, great writers, and future leaders. This year's challenge is all about artificial intelligence and education. The topic: in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence AI in education. Advice on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. Remember, your essay must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent, guardian or teacher, and include your full contact details. Submit your entry by Monday, 20th July 2026 at the front desk of Channel 1 TV or PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central. Stand a chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a laptop, and earn the title of Ghana's most outstanding all-round pre-secondary student. For more information, call 0205 973 973. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by City